So I've been wanting to share my current makeup routine for a minute. I don't know why nobody asked me for it, but I just really want to do my makeup on camera and show you guys what I've been using. First thing I did was my skincare. With the skincare that I've been using, I can really tell a difference in my makeup when I use it compared to when I don't, because sometimes I'll just rush my skincare and then do my makeup, but when I do the full thing, my makeup looks so good. Just to show you guys how I prep my skin, I wash my face with a fresh cleanser. I don't have it with me, it's in the shower and I forgot to bring it, but it smells so good. It's very spa-like. And then I use the Kombucha Facial Treatment Essence and the Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. And then I finish it off with the Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. All of these products are from Fresh and they were sent to me, but I'm definitely gonna be repurchasing them when they run out because I absolutely love it. And then I'll usually finish it off with this Sugar Advanced Therapy lip balm. I already have that on right now. So regardless if I'm putting on makeup or not, that's usually my daytime skincare routine, and this is just what my skin looks like, just moisturized and glowy. I really like how those products work under my makeup, and I feel like that's really what kind of made my makeup look better, because like I said, the products are almost the same. I really don't think I've changed anything. In fact, I'm running out of the products and it's time to go and get some more and kind of re-up on concealer and mascara and things like that. So I have my my clean beauty blender. This is the only kind of sponge I like to use, and it's clean and damp, but I wring all the water out. So I usually take a paper towel and just squeeze it. So it's damp, but it doesn't have much water in there. So the two primers that I like to use are the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer Base, and then the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This face base is a sample, or I don't know if this is a sample or the rewards thing from Sephora, and I just wanted to try it. I've heard a lot of good things. And then I also have this small Milk Makeup primer. So both of these I was just trying out, and I really like them. So I'll normally do the face base first. When I don't prime my face, my makeup really does not last as long. It'll last, but I get super shiny, and so my makeup looks really good all day, but my oils will come through more when I don't prime. And I also when I really want my makeup to last, I'll set it with setting spray at the very end. I usually always forget to do that, but I can definitely tell the difference with those kinds of products, a primer and a setting spray. All right, so now my skin's prepped, and the first thing that I do is conceal my under eyes. This is a no foundation routine. For concealer, I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 430. So I like to apply the concealer right under my eyes and then a little on the sides of my mouth. So I like to use the concealer just to brighten up my under eye and cover any smaller blemishes, but I kind of don't worry about total coverage. So this is normally what it looks like after I conceal. Next, I'll go in with my cream contour or bronzer, and I like to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer in Deep Walnut. So this is a deeper shade. And I just do one swipe on the higher part of my cheek and take this smaller dense face brush. This is an AOA Studio F26 brush. I've had these brushes for a while, and then I just like to kind of stamp in that direction, and I don't go too far down with the brush because I don't want to drag my face down. I'm trying to lift it and give myself cheekbones. So I just kind of pat it in like this, and I bring it up into my forehead, so I go all the way like this normally and swipe it on top of my nose as well. And if any of that contour goes a little bit too low, I'll take my sponge and then just tap underneath just a little bit. Nothing too harsh, because I find like when I try to like snatch my cheeks in, it just doesn't work for me. So anytime I use too much, I'll just go back in with my sponge and blend out the edges. All right, so moving on to powder, I like to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Medium Deep number 30 as my under eye powder. And I've been using this powder for years now. It's like one of my favorite under eye powder. I really haven't used much else. So I just make sure everything's blended in and stamp it with my sponge. And usually I'll try to pat out any excess, but this will cover both of my under eye. So I'll do like one pat on each side, bring it up in my nose, because make sure I kind of do like a reverse contour on my nose like that, and then I just blend out the rest around my mouth and my under eye and on top of my eyelids. I blend out the powder until it's completely like melted into my skin. So just pat, pat, pat until it's seamlessly blended into my skin. Okay, so I forgot to do my cream blush. I've been using the Fenty Beauty Freestyle Cream Blush in Daiquiri Dip. This is something I just started doing, but I really like it. I'll do my concealer, cream contour, and then go on top with the blush with the end of my sponge. So I'm still gonna do it now before I get too far into like the rest of my powders. I just put it on my cheeks. I really didn't put much powder right here anyway, so I should be good. But I like to do this, and it like adds just the nicest blush look to my look. And I don't usually, this is like as much blush as I do lately. I don't do any powder blush. Now I'm gonna go and set my entire face with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation in 440. Like I said, I don't use like a liquid foundation or anything, but I do use this powder foundation as just a setting powder. So I take this big fluffy brush by e.l.f. Everything's rubbed off, but this is like an e.l.f. brush, and just pat it in like that and dab around my face. And it gives like a nice finish. I do like using this powder foundation because it does offer like a little bit of coverage without me having to use like a thick foundation, and it sets my face. And that's just about all that I do. Next, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker Instant Warmth Bronzer in Mocha Mommy to bronze my face. This is one of my favorite products. I like to use a brush like this. It's pretty small, kind of fluffy, and it's more like wide. This is the AOA Studio F28 brush, and I dip and then put it on like the highest part of my cheeks and my forehead. And I usually go like ham with this stuff, so it takes me a minute. And the last thing for my face is setting spray. Right now I'm using the Makeup Obsession Matte Fix Mattifying Makeup Fixing Spray. And this is like a random setting spray that I picked up from Target. This is kind of like how the finish is looking, like it's still some glow to it. So this just kind of sets it all without making it too glowy, and then throughout the day I'll get that more like glowy look that I like. If I use a dewy setting spray off bat, it would just be like super oily looking by the end of the day. So I just like to use this matte one, and it just kind of neutralizes everything. Next, I'm gonna move on to eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, the first thing I like to take is the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is just a gel, a tinted brow gel. I will just brush this in my brows, add a little bit of tint, get them going up the way that I want them to. My eyebrows aren't really done right now, but I'll make do. Next, I'll go in with a Morphe brow pencil. This is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Java. So it's double-ended, it has a spoolie on one side and then the pencil on the other. This is like a super inexpensive brow pencil, and it's really skinny. I'll use this just to outline the bottom of my brow and make it a little bit more defined. So I usually just do one line right there and define just all the way around. When my brows are done, like cleaned up and stuff, I usually don't have to do this as much, but just to get like a super defined look when my brows are grown out, I'll do this. Take the spoolie and brush out any of the harshness of the line. Then, a very important step that for my brows, and they're kind of like, the hair is kind of thick and curly, I like to take some edge control. So this is just a little travel size of the Style Factor Edge Booster, and I'll take just a little spoolie, dip it in there, and then brush the edge control through my brows, and this just slicks them up and it lasts all day. The edge control gives like a brow lamination look, like just like a fluffy soap brow kind of look, and it's super easy and like way more affordable than those like brow products. Edge control is just like, if not better, I would say it's better. I haven't used the product, so I really can't say it's better, but it's way more affordable than say like the brow waxes, like the Anastasia one, which I have always wanted to try. But every time I go to buy it, I'll see like videos or reviews, and it's just like, people are like, it's basically edge control, and I already use edge control. So instead of spending like, I don't know how much it is, maybe 20-30 bucks on that, I just use edge control, and that little thing costs like $2. So the last thing I'll do is take a spoolie and just perfect and lay them exactly how I want and get the exact shape. Like I said, they're grown out, so when they're fully done, this step, I really don't have to do this much. So I like my brows to be super defined on the bottom, so I'll go ahead and add some concealer. When they're done, you really don't have to do this as much, but I don't know, like they're just not as defined. Like you don't really see like a defined brow shape like I like. So I'll just take a little bit of concealer. This is the same concealer I use for under my eye, which is pretty close to my skin tone. Then I'll take a flat concealer brush. This is the AOA Studio E123, and use this to just carve out the bottom. After I finish the bottom, whatever's left on the brush, I'll go in on the top. And then the final step, you have to make sure to blend all of this out. So I'll use the AOA Studio High Def brush. This is E104, and it's just like a fluffy denser blending brush. And I'll go under and blend it out. Make sure it's not too harsh at the beginning, and blend out the top. I really like to do the top. It just makes it super defined. It makes my brows kind of appear denser and like they stand out a little bit more, which I really like on my face. Like I've tried giving up the concealer, but it just really makes my eyebrows pop like they're freshly waxed or something. So that's why I really like to do the concealer, but I don't do too much. Like you don't need a lot of product or else you'll just be blending for a long time. So that's my brows and that's how they look. So I have not been wearing lashes or falsies. I have not been liking to wear like anything on my lashes because I wear glasses. Any kind of lash extension just really messes with that. Like right now I have on contacts, but when I do like a more long-term eyelash, like the DIY lash extensions or professional lash extensions, just having them on a daily basis, they bump into my glasses, and then my glasses bumps into my nose piercing, and it's just like annoyance constantly, and then I can't rub my eyes like I want to. So it's really just like practicality and functionality in my life that lashes just haven't been working out for me. And then strips, I don't want to put those on. Like the tediousness of putting those on, I just have not been wanting to do. So I've just been doing mascara like I used to when I first started wearing makeup. When I'm just wearing my natural lashes, I only put mascara on the top. I feel like it just makes it pop a little bit more. For mascara, I'm using the Bite Upswing Full Volume Mascara, and it just comes in a tube like this. And I'll just do a couple coats of this, so I'll brush them up until it just doesn't look like it's doing anything anymore, and then move on to the next eye, and then do a second coat and then a third coat. I feel like my makeup doesn't stand out as much as it used to, or like that I was used to, but I'm just trying to get used to my natural lashes and confident in like a full makeup look with no falsies because I don't want to wear them anymore. I just don't want to wear false lashes anymore. It's just like having something on your eye is probably the most annoying thing, and I don't want to put up with it anymore. Even though like lashes look so good, they just look so good, and I do miss them, but I don't have the tolerance to put them on anymore. They look so good, but that's probably the only pro to the lashes for me. Everything else is a con, and so I keep weighing the option. It's just like it's not worth it, and I'll just get used to it. I'm just so used to seeing myself with falsies, so I just have to get used to seeing myself with my natural lashes. So that's it on the eyes, and then I'll just finish it up with some sort of lip gloss. So sometimes I'll just go in with a lip gloss, like if I'm being fast, but normally I'll add just like a little bit of lip liner. So I'm gonna use the Morphe lip liner in Trendsetter, one of my favorites. It is just a chocolate brown color. Sometimes I'll leave it just like that. I think lip liner is so cute. Sometimes I'll use this Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream in Honey Waffles, or just like one of the gloss bombs. I love all the Fenty Beauty lip glosses. So this one is in Baby Brute, and just a little bit in the thinner. Sometimes I might mix it a little bit. And that's it for the makeup. My hair is getting a little frizzy. It's like day 6 now on this wash and go, so it's time to do it again. So this is like my 15-20 minute makeup routine. It's still like super fast, and that's just how I like to keep it. I like to do my makeup more often these days, just like getting ready, putting on an outfit, like looking, you know, really nice every day. So this is what I'll normally do, but I like to keep it fast, so that's why I don't really do lashes and things like that. I also have a 10-minute makeup routine, which is like super fast, and I'll link that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.